What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about the trip of the PT Yokohama. Not only the PT, my thoughts about the event, but also like the whole vacation around itself. Today I was actually planned to release having a budget video, but for some reason all of my LGSs just decided to do Sage one whole week, and the one day I could do like the event, like to take the video. It's like a holiday in Germany, so no stores open. So I couldn't do the video. Anyway, enjoy the recap, the story time, as we would say, from PT Yokohama. So I decided to go like 3 weeks early to Japan, just like to enjoy, chill a little bit, eat some nice food. So I just tossed a lot of decks in my bag and flew over there. So I need to go to Frankfurt because I don't know how well known you are in German culture, but the airport of Berlin is a joke. So we don't have any like cheap or nice connections from Berlin to Japan. So I went one day early to Frankfurt in order to take like the trip, like to do the trip. So I went with my little friend Guni. Fun fact, he didn't knew you get like food on the plane because he's only used to go like with the cheap airlines within Europe. So he brought like some food. Yeah, and I was like, brother, we are getting food, and I was like, shocked, yeah. So took like a 16-hour trip to China. Arrived on Thursday there, and after a quick trip to the hotel, we did the one thing you always do when you are in Tokyo. You go to Akiba. So in Akiba, I showed him like Guni how the whole part of the town is built. So you need to know one thing about Akiba: it's so much different at day and at night. So you go in a day, you see like a lot of normal folk, and you go at night, and then you see like some completely different stuff. Like the lights are awesome in Akiba. So yeah, it's showing like the main Radio Kaizen building. Then we looked into some stores and ended up at the Don Quixote. Don Quixote. For anyone doesn't know, Don Quixote is like this huge department store in Japan. They have like everything you ever want and things you don't know you need, but when you see them, you are going to get them. Yeah, so the Akihabara Don Quixote is pretty special because on top of that there is like a maid cafe, and there's also this arcade, and there's also something from AKB48. I'm not sure exactly what like that is. Each time I've been there, it's when I close or invite only, so I don't know exactly where it is. Yeah, so we were trying to win some stuff. No! Nein! Jetzt ist weiter weg.
Eine Münze habe ich.
Okay, eine Münze hast du doch.
Das war. Ich hatte gerade wirklich gegartet. Okay,
oh,
gescannt. Okay. Ich komme da gar nicht mehr ran. It's over. Das ist ja die Fakte. Weiter geht's nicht.
Ah.
You fucked it.
We didn't win. I guess we were bad with crane machines. Yeah, that was like basically the first day. And the second day, there was a battleground. So we had like double battlegrounds on that weekend, and it was honestly pretty exciting. So the first battleground, as mentioned before, I tossed a lot of decks in my bag and was like, okay, let's go with Valda for the first one. But no, I couldn't play Valda because I was missing a lot of cards that I was planning on buying, and turns out like the store that had all the cards was closed on like the Friday, so I couldn't get them, meaning I had like to play KO. But I quickly realized I forgot a lot of cards for KO back at home. So I was forced to go to Akiba in the morning to get one of the KO appendix to get all the cards I was missing. Shout out to the store, this is during Akihabara. They were already open at 10, so that's awesome. I was only hop in, hop off, and got the deck. And then when I arrived at the venue for the battlegrounds, turns out they had also decks there, you know. My bad, I guess. But yeah. So I started first round playing against Ira. That moment I was like happy that I didn't win with Valda because Ira was like pretty good against Valda. And after looking like at the hero rates there, it was insanely high on KO. So Valda was actually like a fine choice. But yeah, I won the first game. Then round 2 I played against a mirror match against KO. I won that as well. Then round 3 is where things got dicey. I played against a Riptide. And I kinda screw up because I didn't notice it was like a fatigue Riptide. I took way too much damage from traps and ended up losing the game like in a stupid way. And then the last round I played against an Oldham. I think I misplayed that for surely. And that was seen by 1 card, I think. So it was like quite annoying. Yeah, it is what it is, kind of. And then after that, I just went like 2-2 drop, and I went like to buy all the cards I was missing for the battle deck. But and I quickly noticed one thing. So this card here, I was like, I had 2 copies at home. But I left them up home because I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to buy like, you know, like the rainbow foil copies there, you know, because I like playing with shiny cards, you know, who doesn't? And then turns out they were like sold out everywhere, like even the regular copies. So I played without them at the second event because I couldn't get them. Then after that I got like this rainbow foil one, but I didn't play it anyway, so yeah. So at the second event, I decided to go with Valda because there were like so many chaos, and I want like to test the waters a little bit, you know, like 1 Valda, 1 KO. I think maybe Ira was the better choice for both events. You know, like hindsight's 2020, but yeah. So round 1, I got paired against the 5, and I easily won that game. Usually, like the 5 matchup is weird because 5 pushes like a lot of damage, and our headpiece does like negative value in that matchup, but was kind of fine-ish. Round 2 I play against a Flavo, Platinum Showman. I did like a huge misplay, ended up losing. I think I wrote like life wrong, and then when I didn't play around like the second pommel, of course, because I should be playing around the second pommel. But if I just put like my legs in front of like the attack, I would have survived with 1, and then I have like lethal next turn, regardless of the pommel, because the pommel was only on like the hammer, so it was only threat and lethal. But my opponent drew like the second pommel of my headpiece block, so my bad, I guess. Then next round I play against a Valda. It was actually the Valda that won the battlegrounds the day before, and I smashed the Valda. Fun fact, I was not playing pommels in my deck. I was like chaining heaves, and my opponent was like playing around the pommel and like, hee, I'm heaving. So that was kind of funny. And then the last round, I think I played against some deck in Ira. So the thing is against Ira is the matchup is mostly fine until you randomly die to like Razor Reflex. And Razor Reflex is like, I think it's like the matchup breaker from the way my deck was built. So I was not on like the current go tall kick. I was more like a value oriented Valda, and it was not working that much. Yeah, after that I actually met someone that was in Berlin like a while ago for a concert. His name was Tatsuo. It was quite funny meeting him there. So I didn't met him in Berlin because I couldn't go to an armory that day, but my friend Guni knew him back then. So then we head up to the last store and pick up like all the things I was missing for like all the decks that I like, all the Sage decks I had, and maybe also like something for CC because I was considering playing Prism. So I bought like all the cards that I was missing in that case. Yeah, so The day after that, we just decided to chill. So we were staying near Asakusa. We're actually in Asakusa, so we head to town, like the Asakusa part. The shrine was actually closed because I think they were setting up like everything, like for an event that was going to be upcoming. So we went to this Kapabashi street. They're pretty cool. They have everything about kitchen supplies. So if you want to buy some for a kitchen, go to Kapabashi. It was awesome. Yeah, that was basically the first Tokyo parts of the trip. And actually that was not it, because somehow on the way back home we ended up at this cherry blossom festival that was pretty cool, I must say.
Cool. Please do not touch the cherry blossoms.
Ist ja einfach so einmal. So after that, we decided to go to Fuji, like the whole surrounding on Mount Fuji. I really want to go up, but it's like off season, and you need to pay like a lot of fees, and you need like equipment. So I decided to not go. So we just were chilling at like first at the Fuji, like Fuji town. Turns out like the bus left us quite far from the central station, so we need to walk like a lot with like a lot of luggage, so that wasn't nice. Yeah, and then next day everything was fucking cloudy, so we couldn't see the mount. So we just chilled around like the city, went to like a super onsen. Was kind of cool, I must say. Like this, just chilling, looking at the sky. And after that, in the evening, the sky became a bit clearer, so we could actually see for the first time like the Mount Fuji, and it was pretty cool, I must say. So the day after, we decided to go to Shizuoka. We went to Shizuoka, went to chill. Sadly, the whole day was like rainy. First, we catch like some pretty nice food, you know, like less than 10 euros for a plate of ramen, and some karaage. You know, like Germany could never do that. So yeah, went there, went a bit like just walking a little bit, because it was actually pretty cool over there. Yeah, I forgot to mention one thing. I fucked up with the hotels, and turned out I had to do like the check-in before 8, so we couldn't go to our first hotel, so we had to book like a second hotel, and it was not cool at all. Yeah, so we couldn't see like anything about Mount Fuji. So it was raining the whole day, and we were in some nature's path, you know, like I was thinking, bro, where was this calling in Shizuoka? You know, there was a calling in Shizuoka, but I don't know where exactly, but that town didn't look like calling material. I don't know, maybe we just went like to off trail. We actually pulled our first amikushi right there in Shizuoka. Was quite fun pulling, like doing that kind of things. Yeah, we also looked at some castle that was over there, and we discovered that there was like a school, like you know, like in the animes you look at those like school festivals. Turned out there was like a park with a lot of schools nearby, and they were doing a festival on the weekend, so that would have been awesome to go, because you see like everything like from the animes, and you think, oh cool, I want to do that someday. Yeah, that was almost the case. Yeah, so we went like a mountain up, drank a strong in the way. It was pretty cool. We were pretty wet, and our stuff was also wet, so it was quite annoying, but we made it back. So after that, we visit our third town. It was north of Fuji. I think it was Fujisawa or something like that. I was just like chilling, looking there, eating some nice food, and trying to enjoy like the view, even though it was quite cloudy the whole time. After the whole Fuji thing, so we decided to go to Kamakura. It's like a beach town. We later learned that's basically like the silt of Japan. We didn't knew that was the case. Yeah. So in case you know, silt is like an island on the North Germany that a lot of people go like to chill, like mostly rich people. So yeah. Yeah, Kamakura was pretty awesome. We met like a cool family from Germany, staying at the same place we were staying. Turns out like they live in that same town that we play at Nationals each year. So really funny if we like met them again at Nationals. Yeah, so testing Kamakura is where I decided I was going to play Victor. I think Victor is a deck I had played already in the past in London and in Osaka. So I had like pretty good day once, but day two I just fluked in both. Mostly like a combination between flunking and draft and it's like CC. So I needed to keep myself together because I wanted to redeem Victor. Yeah, then I went to a quick beach walk while having a lot of strongs in me. It was pretty cool. It was also raining while I was at the beach. So yeah, so then we left to Yokohama. We wanted to stay at the Appa Hotel for at least like one day because the hotel looked like pretty cool, just like some relaxation. Also went to the Cup Noodle Museum. Looked like that part of town. Went like into that mall that was also awesome. Some gachapons. There was like this JoJo world. A lot of JoJo merch that was also pretty cool. Yeah. So after just relaxing a day, we went to the testing house where I was going to meet all my teammates and a couple of friends. So on the testing house, my teammate goes on the first day, guys, this Oldhim deck, this deck is crazy. We need to play this deck. I was like, Oldhim, maybe. So I started testing the deck. I'm like, oh damn, this deck is kind of naughty. So let's throw away all the Sage decks I brought with me and let's play Oldhim. And a lot of people wanted to switch to Oldhim, even like Mauro from, maybe know his game Into the Grid. You can get it on Steam. Shoutouts to Mauro. And Guni also wanted to play Oldhim, but we were not able to get like all the cards because we need to get almost the whole deck, like all the clashes. Luckily, the store Fabled had pickup at the PT. And I ordered most of my stuff and I noticed, oh, I forgot to buy like X cards. And then they went to maintenance because they were doing all the orders for the PT. I'm like, but I really need these cards. Yeah, so after some testing and chilling, just the days came and went and we're on Thursday, like the PT day. So also, turns out that the apartment I rented was pretty popular. We had a lot of people joining, like the Canadians and also I think some European guys. So it was pretty awesome being like on the center point. There's also like this fun story. Yeah, we were waiting for an Amazon package, and then someone knocks at the door. Like, oh yeah, that's the Amazon delivery guy. We opened the door and it was Pro Tour champion Michael Fung at the door, and we're like, yo, Michael, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, sorry guys, I think I got the wrong door. And then later when one of my friends came, he knocks at the wrong door, the guy's upstairs, and Jacob Clemens opens the door. And my friend's like, yo, Jacob, congrats on winning. What event did you win again? Oh, calling. Oh yeah, congrats on winning the calling. And Jacob was like so confused. And then my friend went like downstairs. That was kind of funny, not gonna lie. But yeah, so we left to the venue. I was hoping to get like the cards I was missing, and turns out they had no Sage tables at all. So I was like, fuck. So while we were also chilling in Japan, we went to an armory and a store named Asumaya, and that store had an online page. And I'm like, okay, I need to check if they have the cards I need. So I found out they have all the cards I need, and I was like, and I proceeded to do a 1-hour trip to Akihabara from Yokohama to get the cards. and I luckily got all the cards. Really shoutouts to Asmaya. They really helped me out of a pinch. But I was still missing like one card from my friend Mauro, and they start cracking packs for me to get the card. So like really shoutouts to them. Like they really saved me. Yeah, so they cracked packs until they got the card I needed. I purchased it, and then I left. And I arrived at the house again. I was like exhausted because like basically 2-hour trip. But again, shoutouts to Asmaya. Huge help as I was getting the card. So now it's Friday. It's PT day, and round 1, I played against a 5, and he goes like epod thingies, blah blah, and then goes like a lot of damage. But I was pretty good. I outplayed him because I drew test of strength and test of grip. So he discarded a card, and I drew a card. Nice. And he only leaked like 16 damage after using 2 Art of the Dragons, spreading flames and stuff, you know. I just outskilled him, so I won the first round. Round 2, of course I had to play against fucking Goonie, against like one of the only persons I knew that knew what was going on with my deck. And he like won. He put me like in a checkmate situation with a Palantir. And then round 3 I played against the guy we met at the at the battlegrounds. That's all. That was also quite funny. And he was playing Valda, and Valda's like a good matchup. Has a good matchup against Victor, and I ended up losing that game as well. It was quite unfortunate. Then round 4 I played against Mario. I was just like vibing, and at the end I ended up fatiguing him somehow. So yeah. And then round 5 I played against another guy from Berlin. So we have played 5 rounds, and I have played against 3 persons that I know already, you know, from Germany. So I guess it's a small world, you know. The largest PT until now, and I play against 3 players that I already know. Okay, quite funny. So then I won the round 5, again, the Victor mirror match. Round 6. So let's start with the Sage. So now I'm playing against Oldhim, playing with Oldhim. I played round 1 against Chaos, so I was like, yeah, let's go. Then round 2 I play against Florian, and that was not that cool, because Florian is pretty good against Oldhim. But my teammate developed like a strategy with Smack to Reality, and it almost worked. But I think I fired 1 turn too early, and my opponent had like this insane pitch, like with like double Rune Rager, double Malefic, and finishing up with a Tilling for 10. So like 44 damage to my face, and like I can't block that. And then the last round of Sage, basically my win and in for day 2. I played another Florian because like why not? You know, I just get countered twice. But this time I fired at the right time, and my opponent was not able to build like enough rune chance to kill me. So that was quite nice. Yeah. And then day 2 of the PT, and I started playing against a KO. I fatigued him. Next round, against another KO. I fatigued him once again. And then round 11, I played a mirror match, an Oldhim mirror match. So a lot of people will be hating on the Oldhim players, but I think Oldhim mirror matches are such skill-intensive matches, because you need to do like a lot of mini jobs. You know, you need like to block efficiently. You need to find a place where you can block with your equipment before it gets like the -1 counter, and you're also like pitch stacking your clashes. So there are like so much stuff going on in that, like in the Oldhim mirror matches. I ended up winning all 4 clashes of shields. Like I pitch stacked my 2 clashes, and then my opponent also like didn't quite like manage to pitch stack them correctly, his clashes, so I ended up winning those clashes. Yeah, so and then we go back to CC, and I play against a Vincent. I win the die roll, so I'm happy. I swing by, you know, trying to take some cards out of the deck, because Vincent, you never know if it's going to be like a fatigue matchup or like a value game. And I took a Dirge and also pushed 2 damage, so I was quite happy with that. But my opponent go like Malefic pass, and like it's not looking good. And I tried to IP a Ripple away, but my opponent forced me to discard it with with Purgatory. So that was quite unfortunate because 2 turns later he goes like, Mordred Tides, play an attack, ripple check, and I didn't have the ripple. So then he almost killed me with a quad rune gate, pushing like 40 damage in that turn, and yeah, the rest is history. Just died a couple of turns later. So round 13, I asked my teammates, how exactly do I play against Kasai? Because like the Kasai matchup can be tricky. I know it from Kasai perspective. You know, you do like a bunch of gold, then you swing, and you get like your soldiers, your dudes, and just kill them, you know? Because I've seen a lot of warriors standing like next to me. The round before, like against the Vincent, there was like a Dorinthia Kasai match right next to me, and they started the game and they're like, how many cards are you playing? Oh, I'm playing 70. How many cards are you playing? Oh, I'm playing 72 cards. I was just thinking, brother, I love playing Warrior, but like this stupid shit from like fat decking, it's so awful. You know, like, please, Mr. White, if you ever see this, fix the Warrior mirror match. Those are awful. Like before it was skill intensive. Now it's just like, oh, I have Kabuto and I have Blunton. How hard can I fuck you with my Bluntons, and how neck can you go to bait like a Kabuto? I mean, it's kind of stupid. No, like, sorry for the tangent, but in the past you win like the War Mirror match when you like stack power turns. Now you can't stack a power turn because Kabuto just comes there, and you have like this like Blunton that gets like 6 value of a card if you're like unlucky, or even more. Sorry for small rant. I hope it gets fixed with the War Mastery pack, but I don't know. Anyway, so I play against one of the calling champions from Japan, playing Kasai. And we just go bada beam, bada boom. For some reason, he sideboarded all the spoils of war of his deck. So that helped me like a lot, and not needing to worry about like the copper generation and blood in her hand. So I was quite happy about that. And at the end, I managed to kill my opponent with like a big golden sun. So that was quite nice. So after that, I played against one of the guys that was actually chilling at our place the first couple of days. Was playing Gravy. I did a big misplay that didn't end up mattering. So I thought I had no golden suns more in deck. So I kept one golden sun to Arsenal. Just like to save it like for next turn if I manage to survive. But turns out I had one in deck, so if I just like grab with like just search for gold, I'm able like to throw the golden sun for 10. But like turns out my opponent had 2 block cards in hand, so I was not killing him because my opponent was like at 1, and like the 2 block cards, 1 block 3, and so ones were clean out of that. Yeah, quite like my bad, I guess, but my opponent had also that, so I'm not mad. That was basically like the win and need for the cash. So now I need to play like round 15 or like for cash. And I play against a Dio. It's like redemption because last time I played it at Osaka, I lost like back-to-back games against Dio. They just like harrowed the shit out of me. But yeah, so I'm playing against a Dio for my cash, you know, like flashbacks. But this time I actually made it. I was so good that I put like a Fate Force in my arsenal, and my opponent next turn comes with like 3 boom grenades and a dominated outpace, and I just flipped the Fate Force from my arsenal. Like, let's go. So yeah. That was basically it. After that, like, you know, like the party mode started. We got some chicken, we got some strongs, and just enjoyed some side events overall. Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome weekend. I also really enjoyed gambling at the prize wall because they had like this tombola kind of thing where you can pull like a small ball. You get some packs, some sleeves, deck boxes, or even a playmat. So that was quite cool, I must say. It was awesome event overall. Like, I think that's like one of the best events I had for a while, especially since they also got like the old tokens. I was quite mad as here in Europe you are only getting like the new tokens, but quite nice that they had like all the old tokens. So Sunday was basically just like chilling. We went like, we were partying quite hard the night before. We're doing like some night stuff. Went to eat curry with some friends. It was honestly like quite awesome. Just chilling with my teammates, with my friends. Yeah, shout out to the Table 1 people. Most of them were ex-vampires, but they're still friends of ours. Yeah, that's honestly quite awesome experience. Yeah, so after the whole event was done, we were going back to Tokyo. So the Monday we had like a lot of things, and it was soon to be checkout. So I just put like my bags in the floor and said everything goes in my suitcase, and then we ran. So I did like another fuck up with the hotel because I accidentally booked a hotel for like March instead of April, and I was like, shit. So I had to find and pay for another hotel. That was quite painful. And turns out it was worse than I thought. So this new hotel was actually located in a part of town that I already knew. But I didn't know this was the part of town I already knew. That's like a funny story. So we arrived there, and we got like around at 2. They actually let us check in early, so that's pretty cool of them. And we go in, and quickly notice it's not like as clean as we wish. But yeah, it's like a capsule hotel. We go in, and first thing I look, there's like a tanga on that capsule, and I'm like, where have I gotten my boys into? Yeah, so we go to take a quick moment at the Sento, and then take a quick nap, and then go back to Akiba, you know, like just chill a little bit and do some stuff. And the day after, it's where like things turn out like a bit weird. So we leave the hotel, and there's like police, you know, like checking everyone who's just leaving, and like, okay, what's going on here? And then we go do other things, you know, we chill a little bit around, and when we come back, there's like police inside, and I go to the hotel clerk and like, why are police here? And he goes like, I don't know. So I'm like confused, you know. So I go to my room, and then come like police from the hall, and like, what's going on in here? Did someone got murdered? I don't know. They didn't tell me what's going on, but I think it's probably something like money laundering kind of things. I think that hotel was probably some like place where Yakuza usually go. I don't know. Like there were like, a lot of people with like back tattoos in that Sento, so I don't know where I went into, but I'm alive, so that's fine. Yeah. So on the third day, I went just like buy some gifts for my family. The Asakusa friend was actually open this time, so we went and looked at it. We pulled like an X Fortune. It was quite cool. And at the end of the night, we went to Akihabara, and we went to a hot pot place. For about 30 euros, we had as much hot pot as we could eat. Also sushi and tempura. And at the end of the night, the fire alarm started, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't know, it was probably like a fake alarm. So overall, the trip was super nice. I met a lot of people that I knew from the past. I even met like the brother of my best friend that for some reason was like living in Tokyo. We went eating with him one day, you know, in Shibuya. It was honestly quite awesome, like to meet that many people. So if you don't know if you want to go to one of like these events, just go. It's worth, you know, even if you like are not invited to the PT or anything, just like the vibe around it is just like awesome, and all the goodies you get. I simply love this year 4 events. I try to go to most of them. Sometimes I can't go because it's, you know, sometimes too expensive, like Singapore last year, where it was like almost the same price as this Japan trip, or for like only 1 week instead of 3. So yeah, just go, you know. Yeah, anyway, that was it for the story time. I hope you guys enjoy it, and see you hopefully next week with an actual sleepy video. But yeah, see ya.